I stood in the dark beside my ruined truck, staring at the crumpled front end wrapped halfway around a thick pine tree next to the creek. Steam rose from the radiator. The hood was destroyed. One tire was flat, and the frame was visibly bent. I let out a long, exhausted sigh. Great! Just great! I pulled out my phone, surprisingly. I had just enough signal. I dialed the non-emergency number for the local sheriff's department. After explaining the situation, I sat on the tailgate and waited. Two deputies eventually showed up about 40 minutes later. They shone their flashlights over the wreck and whistled. Damn, one of them said, "You okay?" "Yeah," I replied, keeping my voice tired but calm. "I'm fine." A deer jumped out right in front of me, swerved hard to miss it and lost control. Hit the tree. The deputy nodded sympathetically. "Happens a lot out on these back roads. You're lucky you walked away from it." They took my statement, wrote up the report, and called a tow truck for me. While we waited, they asked the usual questions. I stuck to the deer story. No mention of glowing blue lights or space dishwashing. The tow truck finally arrived just after 2 a.m. The driver winched my poor old truck onto the flatbed. The whole front end made horrible grinding noises as it was pulled free from the tree. I rode in the tow truck back to my trailer. The driver dropped the wrecked truck in my yard. "Insurance will probably total it," he said. "Sorry, man." I thanked him and watched the tow truck leave. Alone again, I walked over and stared at the mangled vehicle under the porch light. My tungsten heavy body made the wooden steps groan loudly as I sat down. Pop! I finally summoned a cold beer. I took a long drink and muttered to the night air. "Dodged a deer, huh? Sure, that's what happened." I looked at the skull cane leaning against the porch railing. The silver skull's eyes glowed faintly. Yeah, laugh it up!" I leaned back, exhausted, and stared at the wrecked truck. Another wonderful night, courtesy of the system.